break. And again, Hill can't quite hammer it down. He'll go back to the line.
I'm sorry for my exhale there. I was just looking for this highlight to come, but smart play there. You could see Lewis was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Little inadvertent bump on the inside leg there.
This remind you of you in the college dunk contest?
I'm making that.
Yeah, I know you are.
Okay, that's the difference. Like Lewis just would have, he would have been mine. He would have been my Valentine for that.
Jet Williams with a good tweet earlier in the week. Was it Karl Malone that didn't give you good judgment on one of your dunks?
Yes, it was Karl, and he did not give me the call or the 10 that I thought that I was going to get off of that dunk. But the fix was out at that time. I knew what time it was, and it wasn't mine.
Mike Nardone, Mike Evans, and Bill Covington, our officiating crew tonight. And it's Nardone and Covington looking at it. Now they'll bring Mike Evans over to take a look as well. And if you're the Bobcats, you almost hate to see the stoppage because you're on a 6-1 run in the last 56 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, this is the momentum that you're looking for to start getting yourself back into this game. You can definitely tell the intensity and physicality that they picked up since this half has started. And so they're taking advantage of the run, but they're also trying to slow Sacred Heart down with soft presses, trying to make them have to use the shot clock a little bit more, because right now Sacred Heart doesn't even see it. They're just looking to score as quickly as possible. Yeah, it just looks like the knee was up.
And Mike Evans comes over and clarifies. I'll give the crew credit. Fairly swift.
Yeah.
Got it done.
Yeah, I mean, you like that they were able to go back and take a look and see just to make sure. See, Coach Latina wants that.
And still stating his case.
Oh, yeah. Because it could have gone worse. But I think it's just the fact that Savion Lewis, there was no intent there to take him out. It was
just trying to get out of the way,
yeah.
I think, more than anything. Hill makes both. This back to a 2-possession game. 2-2-1, three-quarter court. It works. They force another turnover.
That's one thing I have been impressed about is Sacred Heart's active hands on the defensive end. They know how they tick, and that's them getting out in the open floor. The only way you can get out in the open floor is getting defensive stops and turnovers, and they've done that very well against Quinnipiac.
18 points off of the 10 turnovers tonight. Lewis not known as much of a jump shooter. Monroe, offensive glass. The 11th offensive rebound. And another free throw line trip for Amari Monroe.
You can see that there was a lot of physicality there with Monroe really just sticking his head into the fire and getting that offensive rebound and going up as quickly as possible to draw a foul.
12.7 rebound night for Amari Monroe. Averaged under 13 a game last year, has gotten even better this year at almost 18 a contest. Reminder, tomorrow, 6 college basketball games across one network. Number 1 Auburn, number 2 Alabama face off, 4 Eastern in a Sonic blockbuster. Then Syracuse, North Carolina, followed by 15th ranked Kentucky visiting Texas at 8 Eastern. All starting noon Eastern on ESPN and the app. Now that middle game, one of us wondering what's going on with his alma mater at Syracuse this year. And you used to play pickup at the Dean Dome quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hasn't been the best year for Hubert Davis and the Tar Heels either.
Yeah, both teams are trying to find their ways. But you got Kean Anthony coming in.
Yeah, very excited about that. Stewart misses this one. Actually, saw Carmelo at the Legends Classic. Kean was there as well.
Yeah.
Brooklyn earlier this year.
I like his game, man. He's smooth, can really shoot the ball. He's not like, as far as like thick like his dad was back in the day, but he's got that wiry strength to him where he can, you know, ward off defenders and keep him on his hip and get to the middle of the floor. I like his game a lot. I mean, I think he'll translate to the collegiate level.
And I can already tell you, you know, spending a little bit of time with him, raised well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just say, you got Carmelo as your dad. I think he does a good job of holding him accountable. I mean, you got to bring this thing back of where your dad told you were trash for a second. You got to do whatever you can to get out of that can. Yeah. My dad told me I played bad. I played bad. I played good. I played good. But it was truth in it.
Well, you also told me he took you to pickup as a youngster when he was playing against Michael Jordan, so that's pretty cool.
Bodies are on the floor.
Zimmerman lost it. Baruch up ahead. Johnson somehow recovers, scoring and one.
Yeah, he did not mind it, the bump and the grinding down there. He just absorbed that contact and was still able, even after that foul, and that was a tough one, to try to make sure that the ball did not get up, and he still made the finish. You see Coach Latino over there, it's static.
Savion Lewis picks up the personal. Johnson with a productive 7 off the bench and pushes this lead to 8. Talked about the balance for Sacred Heart. They only play 8 guys. 7 of them have scored tonight. No one with less than 3 points. Monroe, nice find. The flash for Lewis.
That's one thing Monroe does really well, is his head is always up when he's dribbling from the perimeter or posting up. And he can see the cutters and hit Savion Lewis for an easy dime there.
By the way, look at this score. We're 3 minutes into the second half. We're on 90-point pace here.
I mean, it makes for fun basketball, though.
Yes, it does. Connor says not done yet. 17 for the freshman. It's from not far away in New Haven.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with a level of grit and intensity that helped you understand why he was starting right away.
Pick and roll, and Otieno takes care of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked to Anthony Latino about that. They were young at the point guard spot. Stewart here off the bounce, gets to the basket. And we get some extracurricular.
A little bit of a hand gesture. Yeah, I don't hit him with the nice in and out cross. Finish with a little bit of English. I don't think
it was the turn back and the scream in the face.
I don't know. I don't think he said anything bad. It sounded like he said, "Is there a heart in the house tonight?" That's what I thought, because it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's what your lips read.
That's what I got.
So Myrie Stewart picks that up. By the way, Antoine Hill, 4 personal fouls now for Sacred Heart. Why he had to sit down. Oh, and this is the last thing you want to do if you're the Pioneers.
Absolutely, because you are dealing with a team that has a deep interior. With Monroe and Otieno both in the game, you lose your rebounding advantage there. And so now you're going to be going 4 guards, where you're going to have to battle against those big fellas down there. That's going to be tough.
Anthony Latino had told us we want to get this into the 80s or 90s. They're going to do that potentially, and then some.
Yeah, we got 16 minutes left, and we're already there towards most final game scores.
Monroe. Otieno couldn't get the tap. They're still battling. Bennett. And Johnson finally rips it away for the Pioneers. Stewart adjusting. Thomas. Otieno finally rescues the rebound, adding to his already double-double tonight. And Young buries this from the corner.
Young has came in here as a spark off the bench, really showing his ability to shoot the three. Is that offensive relief valve, floor spreader that Quinnipiac has needed today.
5 for the Houston, Texas native and a JUCO kid from Midland College. Two-possession game. Every time Sacred Heart's pushed it back up, Bobcats have had an answer. Johnson deep in the shot clock. Active hands for Zimmerman. He's out in front, running the break. And will go to the line. Took a tough ball.
And this run that we are seeing Quinnipiac take has been because of the defensive intensity that they provided on that other end of the floor.
Pick your favorite sprinter. Usain Bolt, Michael Johnson. Feels like we have them all.
It's Saturday primetime in a Sunday showcase doubleheader on ABC.
My kids can't hide anything from me.
I'm home.
Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up.
New Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond weave texture that's more durable and it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Known for sharing what you love. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 18 types of cancer, including certain early-stage cancers. One of those cancers is triple-negative breast cancer. Keytruda may be used with chemotherapy medicines as treatment before surgery and then continued alone after surgery when you have early-stage breast cancer and are at high risk of it coming back.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness, muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, lupus, or myasthenia gravis, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, an organ, tissue, or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Keytruda can harm your unborn baby.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true, Keytruda. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
You know what's better than one Papa John's pizza? 2 Papa John's pizza for only $6.99 each.
Only at Papa John's, bundle 2 or more Papa Pairings menu items for $6.99 each. Get your favorites for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some Papa John's.
During Black History Month, ESPN recognizes and amplifies stories of the Black and African American community. Tonight, we introduce you to Savion Glover, a professional tap dancer, actor, Broadway star, Tony Award winner. And why are we doing that? Well, Savion Lewis from Quinnipiac, named after Savion Glover. His mom said that Savion kicked a lot while in her belly, and because of that, she named her son after the famous tap dancer.
Well, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, to be a point guard, to be somebody that can handle the ball, you got to have great rhythm. And who better than Savion Glover, one of the key facets as far as like a pioneer for dancing and making it something cool again. And so, got to have rhythm.
Tap dance teacher Savion Glover since age 14. And also as a youngster in the movie Tap with the late Gregory Hines.
Yeah, I remember him on Sesame Street, though. I just remembered like having happy feet. I couldn't do what he did, but my feet were moving because I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, those would be the first couple of names I would think of. Gregory, when you think of tap dancers in the African-American community, right. Gregory Hines, Savion Glover.
Absolutely. Pioneers.
Tanner Thomas and Sacred Heart have controlled most of the night. But Quinnipiac knocking on the door.
Yeah, we knew that Quinnipiac was going to make this thing interesting, especially after making the adjustments in half. Coach Bacor is a fantastic coach and definitely knows how to make the proper in-game adjustments to make sure that his team has a chance.
Otieno, there it is, active hands again, but shoved Johnson toward the basket support. Second personal on Otieno. No real foul trouble for the Bobcats at this point.
Here comes that ball pressure, really trying to slow Sacred Heart down. Make them have to run some stuff in the half court, because right now, all of their offensive circulation has come through transition. That transition has started through the turnovers they've created.
Thomas got the seal on the block, drops it in.
That's the thing, you can use Thomas in so many different aspects of the game.
I was just going to say to you, a lot of tools in that bag.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, Zimmerman just set a new career high from the outside. One possession game again. And foul on Connor here of Sacred Heart.
Great find from Savion Lewis, who has, talk about it, he sets the table for his teammates, and right there understood that Zimmerman was wide open on that wing and got it right in the pocket where he needed it to be able to make that shot.
The final month of the season where freshmen more or less start to look like sophomores. Jaden Zimmerman, his third straight double-figure game at a career 19 tonight. Here he is again, a lot of dribbling, but got to the block. Otieno, the offensive glass, they're within one.
And that's what makes him so special. You gotta have somebody like that that can clean up the boards when you have some attention on another player like Zimmerman, who's able to draw eyes his way. Otieno stayed focused on the glass.
Connor steps back. Chance for the Bobcats to get the lead. Haven't had it since 15-13. It was 5.5 minutes into the game. And Bennett maybe wanted it a little too much, forced that up. Connor got the leak out, couldn't finish. There's Johnson, and a late whistle. But a free throw line trip.
Yeah, that's why you always tell your players to keep running, even though your teammate may look like he has a fast break. You got to have somebody trailing just in case they miss it. You see, Bryce Johnson was there, available, ready, had his team's back, and made sure that he could get to the line there.
And wanted to correct one thing. We said Anquan Hill had been whistled for a fourth personal. They initially gave him a fourth, and then turned around and I believe gave it to Amiri Stewart. So they both have 3.
Okay, so now you will see Anquan Hill, because he's got a little wiggle room to dance now.
We talked about this being a game where tempo would not be in short supply. Just how fast. Quinnipiac typically about 16 seconds in offensive possession. And Sacred Heart right in that neighborhood between about 16 and 17 seconds. It's almost felt faster tonight because of all the transition.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching it, man. It feels like Sacred Heart's getting it up in about 8 seconds. And that's how they want to play. I mean, honestly, they would prefer it being a track meet, because most teams are not conditioned to do that an entire game. And I think that Coach McCord knows that and wants to, obviously it's going to be hard to stop them all the time, but have times and lulls in the game where you can quell their run.
2 big free throws for Bryce Johnson, who spent his first 3 years here at Sacred Heart, then left to go to Northeastern, played for Bill Cohen for a year, and decided he wanted more playing time. So he's back with Anthony Latina. Coach Latina said, I knew what I was getting.
Sometimes you got to understand the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and it takes you kind of going away and coming back to understand your value.
You and I did a game down at North Carolina Central last year as Hill drops this in and pushes this to a 5-point lead. And I can remember Lavelle Moten talking about some of his kids. One of his best players was considering it and ultimately ended up transferring. But the conversation was, nobody's going to love you like we love you.
Yeah.
Activity under the basket here. Otieno trying to get free, and a foul on Ralph Byer.
Yeah, beautiful teardrop there from Hill. You talk about him being a skilled 6'9" post player that, you know, he can post up, he can play with his back to the basket, but also they look for him in the short roll where he can create.
He's known as a late bloomer, Anquan Hill. Ended up with a handful of Division I offers. Ended up at FDU. Played a year in the Atlantic 10. And then really found a home here at Sacred Heart. And Otieno kind of one of those guys too.
Yes.
JUCO kid for a couple of seasons. And then comes into the Metro Atlantic. Leads the league in field goal percentage.
Double-doubles.
And a preseason All-MAC second team selection. Gets both free throws. They'll sit down for a brief breather. They're back within 3. Amiri Stewart at the controls for Sacred Heart, number 5 in white. Out there with Bryce Johnson, Makai Connor, Anquan Hill, and Niall Ralph Byer. Connor, rise, tried to sell some contact. Monroe was open on the leak out if they could have gotten him a better pass, but it got deflected.
Yeah, Sacred Heart using those active hands to stop an easy basket. That would have been a dunk for Quinnipiac and Monroe.
And maybe one of those plays that feels like it's worth more than 2 points. Zimmerman steps in, says don't worry about it, tie game.
Yeah, he's here. He's telling coach, I got you guys, man. Like this is one of those times where the rim looks like the ocean for him.
5th made 3 for Zimmerman, whose career night continues. Whistle at this end. 22 for the native of the Bronx. Don't go anywhere. Tied for the second time.
I could have sworn it was open.
Rookie move.
I was a rookie once.
Caitlin Clark.
Aren't you Rookie of the Year?
That was last year. Ancient history. The stories that I could tell you. Here, pull up a chair.
Okay, I meant this rookie driver made that rookie move.
Whoa.
Dude.
You need someone with more experience. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help, no matter how long you've been in the game.
Game? Oh, man.
Rookie move.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With the new Ultimate Hut Bundle, create your ultimate Pizza Hut feast. I got meat lovers and double pepperoni.
Gronk, we got double pep.
I get double pep.
Dude, Bundle Bros!
Bundle Bros!
Bundle Bros!
Build yours starting at $24.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Everybody loves a good Cinderella story. We know that's what March is all about.
Three-pointer. You can feel the madness. Fairfield is headed to the NCAA tournament. Double order.
Welcome to historic Atlantic City. It's the Hercules Tire Max Basketball Championship.
A Complete Unknown is one of the year's most celebrated films.
You shy?
Not usually.
Nominated for 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards, including Best Ensemble, the PGA Award.
experienced player with the minutes that he's been able to play in today's game. And moving forward, I think it'll just continue to help him grow.
Myrie Stewart with a miss here. What were you like beginning of your freshman year versus the end?
At the beginning, player with the minutes that he's been able to play in today's game. And moving forward, I think it'll just continue to help him grow.
Myrie Stewart with a miss here. What were you like beginning of your freshman year versus the end?
At the beginning,